John was one of the original 12 disciples/apostles who walked with Jesus. John was known as the beloved apostle, and the one Jesus made a reference to as possibly never dying unless Jesus returned. John was a writer of the book of Revelation, which was given to him by divine revelation on the island of Patmos. John was discovered by the Catholic Church to be alive and living in Rome in 1959. The Catholic Church kidnapped him and has been holding him hostage ever since. Yeah, I really do need to update the Remnant Wiki. But when I first saw the image, a pin-up image of John the Apostle in the Remnant is the first image of the Remnant that I saw that really made me like start to do a due diligence search into it, because I'm like, wait, hold on. Is that a cross on his chest? Wait, is this a Christian themed story or another kind of Satara was a Christian theme kind of a Christian sorcerer kind of superhero thing once more? And then when I started to look into it and read like the general description, I'm like, wait. You're telling me that this is John the Apostle in a superhero style comic book, and he was kidnapped by the Catholic Church. Yeah, this is some madness of a story. What in the world? This would make a really good kind of, because at the time I was still like, no, coming out of my phase of covering Axe Judgment Day. I think I took a 2-month break from covering stories like that, and I was like, ooh, this one is ripe for the taking. And then I bought 1 or 2 of the books. I think I bought the Remnant issue 0, and I fell in love with the Remnant ever since. Especially with what they did with John the Apostle. The perspective that they took with John is one of the few that I pinpoint to on what I think is Christian fiction using a biblical character done right. Because, I mean, the Remnant and everything is based off of the rapture, and I know there's like many disapprovals to rapture theology, or well, I mean, end times there's many disapprovals to many end time theology. There's like, but a post-trib, pre-trib, mid-trib, me personally, I don't have a perspective to it. I don't really hold like to a rapture perspective, or what I just hold to like, I want to live my life to the best of my ability and fulfill all that God has set me on this earth to fulfill within the years that I am alive on this earth. Whether he passes the clouds and comes and raptures everyone, or whether it's actually like the post-trib perspective, Christians are going to be on the earth during the time of the Antichrist or anything, or stuff like that. There's many theories, viewpoints and stuff on the end times, and for me, I just like add it into the podcast because I think since I'm on an extra ramble mode, for me to just view a lot of the perspectives, and especially ones that people hold as like 100% this is it's gonna happen this week, especially in regards to end times, when the Bible literally says no man knows the hour or the time. I mean, yeah, it talks about the signs, but I think every generation has ascribed the sign to be the mark of the beast. I mean, what was the most recent mark of the beast that we had the other day that everyone swear that was 100%, 1000% sure it was going to be the mark of the beast? So me, but end time stuff, I don't have a hardcore perspective to it. I just love all Christian fiction that is set within that time period. I don't really like time travel based Christian fiction or stuff that goes back and tries to rewrite Bible stories from a creative lens or a new artistic lens. Not to say that I don't like it, it's just not my preferred style of stories. And the way the Remnant did John the Apostle, for me, is one of the best examples of taking a biblical figure and writing them into a modern day story without twisting the Bible or trying to creatively alter the Bible in a way that you begin to rewrite scripture and getting to that murky water of, well, we're rewriting the scripture in this kind of way. It was actually based off of a scripture. I think it's John 21:23, John 21, something. I don't have my Bible in front of me or the Remnant linkage on that verse where Jesus told to Peter, "If it is my will for John to live until I return, what is that to you?" And the remnant took it and ran with it, as Bill said in our podcast. And well, we have the whole stuff with the Catholic Church and all that within where the very first issue of the Remnant is about a rescue mission on John on the Vatican, which that was a wild piece of a story. But I love how they do John the Apostle, especially his appearance in issue 2, which is one of my favorite books from the Remnant, where he was walking into the castle of Nephilim 6. And I think it was like 4 pages straight of just scripture in the dialogue woven together really well as he was fighting against, I think, the locusts. Like these demonic entities that look like these demonic entities, and they that look like the description of the locusts from Revelation. I can't remember what was from Revelation, but they had the head of I think it was the face of a man, the body of a lion, the wings of a grasshopper. Those creatures from Revelation. I picked Bill's brain on it. I picked Bill's brain on it in our interview with him because there was an atheist viewer who was like, so you guys taking things from the Bible that's supposed to be on God's side and turning them into enemies, and the demons that's supposed to be on God's side and turning them into enemies. I see you don't know the Bible. I know I threw that question right at, and I really liked his answer, which also corresponded with how John the Apostle is running around in the 21st century, which I think the Remnant is set in, leading a group of Christian superheroes fighting against the premature rise of the Antichrist. Yeah, the Apostle is my 3rd favorite Christian superhero from the comics that we have covered.